But we're here. Look at the backdrop. You guys like the backdrop? It's daytime. I got a nice little library going on here. But we live. We're here. Should be going. Just checking to see if it is indeed coming through. Yes, it's coming through. Chat is up. Yes, we're live. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you guys look at it, this will be for the last time. The final episode on the Footy KOBALLA podcast, or mostly known for as the FIFA KOBALLA podcast, but we're going to make it live. I put it in the Discord so you guys can come through if you guys want to join us for the final episode. I really don't expect many people to be here, but you can always watch the replay if you're unable to join us live. But yes, this will be the last one that I'm going to do, and we'll go through this episode kind of reflecting on all the content that we have put up through the podcast, and I guess the next steps, or at least discuss the decision why I decided to just call it quits. At least with the podcast, that is. I've thought about it for a while, and I've wondered if this is the right decision. And after much consideration, I believe it is the right decision to call it quits here. So I'm just scrolling through my phone to see my very first episode. It was March 11th, 2021 is the first episode that I launched the FIFA KOBALLA podcast. And today is the 11th of December, 2023. So it has been, I guess, 2 months. No, not 2 months. Sorry. 2 years and 9 months. So close to 3 years. Closing on 3 years. But this is the right time to call it quits, to end it once and for all. So as you guys know, as followers of and supporters of this channel and the podcast, I have not been uploading as much podcast episodes this year. And you guys already know the reason. I already explained it in previous videos about me not committing as much to the content, being occupied with work and a lot of other life things that have been going on. So a lot of that I already explained, and a lot of that you guys already know. So it's not a surprise to those of you that, follow the content. But yeah, I just never really had the time to, go out of my way and ask other content creators to be on the show or the podcast and to have them as guests. I've been so occupied with a lot of things that's been going on in my life. And so I haven't been able to make the time to contact people and to get other people on. And so it's a tough decision. It's tough to put an end to this, but I think it's the right decision. I know I haven't been committing to making this content, to making the podcast. And so I have been contemplating on whether I should continue or not. I've been thinking about it for the past year or so. And I know I can't keep on doing this, keep on putting these episodes for the podcast. It takes a lot of time to coordinate and schedule times with guests, and also takes a lot of energy to communicate with all the other people and try to coordinate a day and time And so I'm sure you guys are aware of that. And if you aren't, it is time consuming. I mean, you got to reach out to people that um yeah, maybe you haven't met for the first time, and make some small talk and try to see if you could get an episode going. And we got our first person in the chat in our final episode, Rob, Muppet Rob, my guy. How we doing, man? You are here for the final episode, Rob, and I appreciate you being here. Appreciate all the supporters that have come through the live chat. As you guys already know, our episode most of it has been live. And so we got Matthias here too. Papi Matthias, TMK, here with us. I appreciate you guys being here. So if you guys just tuned in, this will be the final episode of our podcast. But I just want to say that for the FIFA KOBALLA podcast, this will be the final one. But I would like to continue the podcast and carry over to our other channel, which will be just KOBALLA. The channel is just called KOBALLA. It's not FIFA KOBALLA 44. So I do have another channel where I post other content. I've been posting here and there on the other content, but I definitely want to keep on going with the podcast over there, but it will not be FIFA related. I can be able to talk about other things, or maybe things I care about more. And we got Deadpool in here. What's up, Deadpool? Appreciate y'all being here, man. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so we've had many other guests in here, including TMK, Matthias, who's in the chat. And, I'm really appreciative for just all the content creators that have shown a lot of love and support to come on here and take the time to speak with me and to talk FIFA, talk about a lot of other cool stuff. And so I'm really grateful for that. It's been quite an experience, a lot of great conversations that we had over the years. And so, Viva KOBALLA forever. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Matthias. Yes, it's the final FIFA podcast. What a series I created. Thank you, Deadpool. I really do appreciate that. That means a lot, because I know over the years a lot of people have shown a lot of love. They really appreciated the content. But unfortunately, I can't keep going. I don't really have the desire to just communicate with other FIFA content creators. I really just don't have the time to do that and talk about FIFA. I mean, I'm sure you guys already know, like, when you've streamed and created content, as long as I have, probably for the past 5 FIFAs, like, you do get to a point where it's just, I don't know if it's sustainable. And so, yeah, with the podcast especially, I haven't been able to make time to call out guests, to communicate, to get people on, or even for myself to make time for it. And the past week or so, I've been really thinking about, maybe it's time to close this chapter in my life, to close this chapter in terms of content creating, and maybe start something new. This could create another opportunity in the future. So Deadpool says, I should be proud. I had some good guests. I had some pretty big guests, a lot of good guests too. A lot of cool people I met over the years and connected with. Just amazing people. So I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful that this platform has allowed me to meet some cool people. And I would love to continue doing it. And I think I will on my other channel, but the podcast content will be a little different. And a lot of it, I'll do on my own, but I love to continue to have guests on there where we could talk about a lot of other things other than FIFA, which I kind of have been doing on this podcast, but it's always been, the base has always been about FIFA. And so, um, will I still be live on Twitch? Yes. Yes. So I know I have been streaming less and less for the past couple months. And you guys already know my situation. My commitment has been to the things that's been going on in my life, mostly with work. It's mostly work related, but just, I have a social life outside of this too, so I'm hanging out with friends. I'm doing a lot of things outside of content creating. And so Deadpool says Buck Army has been one of your favorite guests. Dude, he's like, Buck Army is probably one of the most famous FIFA content creator that I have. And who's to say I can't have him again on my other podcast, which will be on the Kabbalah channel on YouTube. So some of you guys already subscribed to that. So if you guys want to see more content, that's not FIFA related, or want to continue to see more of my podcasts, it'll be on there. I don't know if it'll be live, but the podcast, in terms of Footy Kabbalah, will come to an end, unfortunately, because I don't think there's anything more that I want to do here. All my podcasts has been Robert's favorite in the chat. I appreciate that. Do you guys have any other favorite ones? From the top of my head, I don't know if I really have a favorite, but I really enjoyed the Buck Army one, and I was really surprised about that guest, about having him on, because he was a big name in the FIFA community, and he was really nice. He was really nice enough to come on through and to be on the podcast, and so I'm really grateful for that, and I'm really grateful for everybody else, even no matter what, regardless of the following that they had. I was just grateful to have a guest on the show and to have an episode. And so, oh yeah, Johnny Cheesy was a good one too. I miss Johnny, man. I know he's not streaming as much. He's been on here either 2 or 3 times, I think. He's been on here a couple times, and he's actually one of the guys that I've actually met in person when I went to Toronto, and we got to hang out for a day and went to Niagara Falls, and that was a good time. We're just chilling, hanging out, chopping it up. He's a really good dude, genuine dude, and man, my prayers and my condolences are with him, because I know his father passed away, and so I did send some encouraging messages to him, and I hope he's doing well. I don't know if you'll ever get this message, but Johnny Cheesy, I love you, man. You the guy. I hope you come back, and hope life is well. Just try to be grateful for what you have, and because the time that you have here, you don't get it back, man. So I've enjoyed doing the podcast. I didn't really make money off of it, but I did it because of enjoyment of it. And podcast is something I'll still continue to do, just on this channel. It will have to come to an end. So Rob says he's enjoyed the Shogi and the Louis one. Now, the one together, because I had both of them separately, and then I had one with both of them together. And so that was good. I was also on their podcast, Bad Boys FC, so shout out to that. And they are also people I met in person. I met him at the Hat in Rancho Cucamonga, close to where Louis lives. Shogi's all the way in Sacramento. He came down to visit Disneyland with his family, and I got a chance to hang out with them and just eat with them. So that was a good time. There are also people I've met in person, so that was a good one too. I enjoyed those podcasts as well. Um, yes, time is limited. You don't get it back, so you try to, at least for me, I try to live this life or spend my time doing the things that I want to do, right? And so I'm grateful I got the opportunity to do podcasting. It's definitely opened some doors. It got me better at speaking and articulating my thoughts and conversing with people. So it's definitely built up a skill that maybe it could be useful. It is definitely useful right now, but it could definitely be useful for something in the future. And so, I would, the plan is to keep on doing it. I just don't know if I were to continue the podcasting. On Spotify, I'll still post my new podcast on there. It just won't be Footy Koballa. And so I don't think I could still have FIFA content creators on there, but I just don't think I'll be posting it on here. So if you guys want to check that out on the other YouTube channel, you guys definitely can. It's just Koballa. If you just type up Koballa, you'll see the basketball logo, Koballa, up there. But yeah, I just don't see myself talking about FIFA or talking about other content creators and their journey. Maybe it could be, I don't know, but I just don't see myself uploading on this channel. Yeah, so Deadpool brings up a good point. You meet a lot of amazing people through content creation. It has its benefits, and yeah, I've definitely met a lot of people, a lot of cool people. No doubt about it. And I would say through Twitch, I've met over 10 people. It has to be 11 or 12 people that I met in person through Twitch. All the cool people that I met, my mods, my VIPs, and other streamers. Shogi, Louis, Johnny, shout out to them. I've actually met in person. And so, very grateful for that. And hopefully, they could be lasting relationships where, we could continue to connect in the future, man. There's a lot of you in the chat, whether it's through the YouTube, the podcast, or through Twitch, that I've met and encountered just virtually. But a lot of good conversations, a lot of good times, a lot of challenges, a couple 24-hour streams. We had the Sue stream where I said Sue like 100,000 times. That was crazy. I had some crazy challenges through Twitch. The height difference. I don't think he's that much taller than me. Johnny, he's not a super tall guy. He's like average height, I feel like. But I didn't feel like he was that much taller than me. But I'm a short dude, so but yeah, that was cool. Hanging out with Johnny. Johnny's a cool dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more there is to say. I mean, I would still love to stream. I think I could still stream on Twitch, but definitely, to be honest, the numbers have been down, and it makes sense because the past couple months I haven't been streaming as much, so I don't really expect I expected my numbers to go down, the viewership, and not that it matters all that much, but it does matter to an extent. And I knew that was gonna happen. That was the plan. And so, as this year is coming to an end, I believe I made the right decision in cutting time off from streaming as much as I loved it. And so Deadpool says he remembers the Sue challenge. He thought I was going to pass out. I don't think at one point I was going to pass out, but I was like, a couple times I was like, man, I can't believe I'm doing this. What direction? This is a good question. What direction do I think my channel will grow in? So with the FIFA content channel, as long as I keep streaming, I feel like I'm still gonna put up shorts. There could be a video here and there, but definitely the podcast won't be going. That'll be to an end. So I do have my other channel, which I haven't really been active in, but I've been posting like kind of the challenges that I've been doing. It's like 30-day challenges of doing like, I don't know, something that is challenging. And so I've been posting that, like workout videos and stuff, and I want to continue like podcasting there. And so in terms of Twitch and YouTube, what direction do I want to go? So Twitch, man, I'm still contemplating because I think just content creating in general, but let's just stick to Twitch. So what do I want to do with Twitch? Man, I mean, FIFA, I haven't been playing as much, and like I haven't really had the desire to play that much, to be honest, because it's just not as fun, and also I've been so busy. And so I've been thinking about whether I should utilize my time doing other things, cuz I do enjoy streaming, but the desire to do it hasn't been as strong as it used to be. And so, as I mentioned before, I said that I wanted to cut back for the year and not stream as much. And I told you guys that it was the right decision. And the reason being is I knew that I needed to have more. I need to be more responsible with my life and making work being the priority. And it ended up being the right decision because I've have a stable career now, a stable job, and I made some money over the past year. I made a good amount, been able to save some money. So that was one of the biggest things, like my biggest goals that I wanted to do for 2023. And if I really wanted to do that, I know I had to cut back on the streaming. And so that's why it was the right decision for me to really cut back on streaming. And I know it was going to come at a cost in terms of viewership, but the reality is the streaming and the content creating is not what's going to pay the bills, you know? Exactly. You got to do what's best for you, Deadpool, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you saying that, and I come across a lot of content creators that had to make those sacrifices too. And so it wasn't really, honestly, it wasn't really a tough decision for me. I know that's the priority. I had to do that. As much as I love streaming that's not what's gonna pay the bills. Unless I was a full-timer, but I wasn't putting up full-time streamer numbers. That's the reality, and I had to face the facts. And so, but at the end of and so I talked about the Twitch aspect, but if I were to talk about content creating just in general, um, like I even have thoughts of just calling it quits just in general, so not creating content at all. But part of me does like it. Part of me thinks I do want to make something very interesting. I don't know. I don't know really what kind of content I want to put up there. Um, and we got Short Stack in here. No, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming through on the podcast. Still will support you on the streams, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the love, Short Stack. Another great guest that we've had on our FIFA KOBALLA podcast. But man, because I don't even know what kind of content I really want to put out there other than like the FIFA stuff I have been putting up. So I'm still kind of figuring out and whether it's something I want to pursue, because we all want to do it because at some point not only do we enjoy it, but you want to get paid doing it. And so that's always on the back of our mind when we're streaming and creating content. But if it doesn't pick up and if it's not worth time pursuing, or if you don't enjoy it anymore, then maybe you just need to move on from it. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's kind of the place that I'm at, where I'm contemplating whether I should just move on from content creating, um, and pursue other things in life, you know? And so, um, yeah, I'm not really sure where to go from here. I mean, I really enjoy podcasting and having guests on and talking about interesting things. So that's that's something I want to keep on doing. Um, but in terms of the direction and the vision that I have, I don't know if there's much there. And it's like, if I want to keep podcasting or keep creating content, do I want to keep doing it for a couple of years if there isn't significant growth in the content? So that's something you have to consider too, and the amount of time that you put into it. So that's kind of the things, the behind the scene things that maybe some of you guys know, especially as content creators. But if you're just a supporter, some of you guys may not be aware of the commitment that you have to put into. And so I've seen over the years, over my 3+ years of streaming, I mean, there's a lot of streamers that have come and go. And so, um, like, it makes me wonder too, like, there's people that have more of a following than me that stopped doing it and made this decision that it's time to close the chapter on this content creating journey. So it made me even contemplate, like, maybe the right decision would be to also close this chapter in my life. So Deadpool says, we only got one life, got to go after things we really passionate about, and if it means sacrificing things, then that's the way it's got to be. Absolutely. So we all have goals, we all have things that we're passionate about, and a lot of times when we're pursuing these things, you got to make sacrifices. 100%. And my motto personally has always been, man, you got to at least try, right? You got to at least give an attempt to pursue the things that you want to do. And for my life personally, it's always been like that. Like, I think I sacrificed, finances, stability, a stable job to pursue the things that I enjoy doing. And a lot of the things that I've enjoyed doing, that I pursued, that I thought I could make a career out of. I've done it for several years and it stopped. It wasn't something I want to do anymore. And I've understood the concept of closing one door and finding another door and another opportunity to pursue. And so there's been several times in my life where I had to make a lot of changes, but everything I pursued, I felt like it was things I wanted to do. And eventually it's not something, those things that I pursued, like, I didn't want to do anymore. Um like for example, I grew up playing basketball. Basketball was a huge passion of mine. And so I played in high school and I got into coaching for several years, and I thought maybe I could make a career out of coaching. And so I coached for a couple years, especially at a college level, junior college level, for like a women's team. But towards the end of that, I decided, maybe it's not for me. A lot of circumstances were there at that point in my life, and I thought maybe this is not for me. And so I stopped pursuing it, and I pretty much stopped coaching altogether I still play basketball for fun and I still watch it, but in terms of coaching and taking it seriously, that's not something I wanted to do. And so with content creating, that could be it. It could be another thing where that door closes and something else might pop up. And as Deadpool says, one closed door opens another, as people say. Yes, I totally agree with that. I totally agree. And so, yeah, maybe another door opens, or maybe I continue, making content, and maybe it'll be something different, or maybe the podcast that we do on our other channel that might take off. So we'll see. We'll see where it takes me. Let me get the charger real quick for my headphones because the headphones are dying here. And so for those of you that are in here for the middle, I did say I was going to do a little giveaway. So if you want to message me privately, I'll give you $5. I'll give you $5. Just message me privately on any of the social platforms, Discord, saying hi or whatever, or you want the prize. I'll give you $5. Or I'll give you a sub on your channel. Whatever, if you're a streamer. There you go. I might say it one more time at the end, so if you guys watch it towards the end, then you might get that giveaway. But there you go. For those of you that actually tune in and listen, you guys might make a little bit of money. I know Deadpool's listening. I look like a teacher. Yes, this is my library. FC College. I have a new library, my room, my little bed here. And then it's daytime. We got the forest in the back. Isn't it looking nice? What's up, FC College? Another guest, another great guest that we had on our podcast. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the support. Yes, so if you're tuning in now, unfortunately, this will be the last one. At least for the FIFA KOBALLA podcast. But there will be a KOBALLA podcast. So it's not all sad news because it's not totally the end of our podcasting, but in terms of having, concentrating on FIFA content creators and having them as guests, it might be an end for that. Jealous of the view. Yeah, the view is pretty nice, huh? That's quite a view. I wish I really did have a backyard like that. That'd be awesome. But what is there more to say? I mean, jeez, we had a lot of great guests. We had a lot of guests too, where like, the thing is though, when you have all these guests, it's like, there's a lot of them that you don't. There's only a few of them that you really do keep in touch with. And a lot of them, it's like a one-time thing, and you don't really keep in touch. And a lot of people, I had a couple people too, where like, because I would just ask a lot of people, and like some of them, they don't even really make content, and it's like, I probably shouldn't have had them on the show or the episode. And so, yeah, but that's the risk you take, right? You just try to hit up as many people as you can, try to be consistent with the uploads. And so, but I think for most of our guests, like, they're pretty cool, and it was really worth doing. And so, we got SC College saying it's not virtual. I'm doing well. It's 6 a.m. in South Africa. About to go train the dog, go to the gym. Awesome. FC College is another FIFA content creator, so if you want to drop a sub on his YouTube, feel free to do so. But yes, I mean, I just, I don't know if there's anything more for me to say. Like, we had a lot of great guests. I enjoyed the podcast. The podcast week's good. I feel like I have decent podcasting skills that maybe I could take it elsewhere, take my talents elsewhere on my other channel, which I have less of a following of. But yeah, in terms of content creating, I mean, other than podcasting, I'm not really sure what kind of content I want to put up. And if there is really is no vision going forward, then again, this is a door we might have to close. And that's the reality. And I would probably have to invest my time into other things that could potentially make me some money. And so I think we all have these side hustles. You know, content creating is definitely a side hustle I've been investing in for the past couple years, and it's been a fun ride. Like I've enjoyed the experience, like, and I don't regret it at all. And so, you know, I'd love to keep on content creating if it allows me to, but if not, then I'm okay with that too. I can live with that. I can be at peace with that. And so, whatever you guys decide to pursue too, you know, I just encourage you guys. I wouldn't be the one to tell you not to pursue things because it's impossible, but I would be the one to say, hey, if you feel like it's worth a try, then just work hard at it and see where it takes you, because you just never know where it will. Um, FIFA College. FC College says, thank you for spreading the word of my channel. I will try hard. You'll try with the content. Keep on going. Hey, keep at it, bro. Keep at it. I encourage you. I have a gift for podcasts. You give me that? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Deadpool. I really do appreciate that. That does encourage me to keep on going and to keep on spreading the word and talk about really interesting things. Always chase your dreams. Hey, I will never crush a man's dreams, you know. I would say this, you know, it's good to dream. I will never discourage someone from dreaming. And if you want to make it really big, you want to be the cream of the crop, the top, like the 1%, you know. And I've heard this said before, like, you kind of have to be delusional, you know. You really have to be a little delusional to think that you'll make so much money content creating, but it's only a small number of people that will achieve that. And just because it's that hard and you're kind of delusional, I wouldn't stop you from pursuing it, because you kind of need those characteristics to get there. But you do at some, like, there has to be a part of you that has to be realistic, right? And I'm a pretty realistic person, and I try to be honest with myself. And if I feel like the pursuit of something isn't sustainable, or is really something that's not feasible of achieving, then I'm willing to take a different direction. Delusional, but not impossible. I agree. And so it's okay to be a little delusional. I mean, you don't want to be like too off the rails, but I feel like you do need a little bit of that, you know, and you got to have like a crazy drive, and you got to be diligent in your craft. You got to work hard, and you got to work smart. So all these characteristics. And then, you know, you got to define for yourself what success is. You know, what is your goal? Because success can mean a lot of different things for different people. I think universally, I mean, people equate success to, you know, having a lot of money, having a lot of things, a lot of following, having some power. I don't know, which is understandable, but that's not success to everybody, right? But that's usually what people equate success to. And like, all those things are like having a lot of money, having some financial freedom, like, that's great. And like, there's nothing wrong with having a lot of money, but it's not everything. I mean, having success and just having a lot of money, I don't think I personally don't think that's like the successful thing in having options. So I agree with that. We got Richard in here. Richard, also a supporter of us. Success is measured in many different ways for many different. So how would you guys define success other than making sex? Because I do agree to a certain extent that, like, I believe that if you have financial freedom and you don't have to worry about money, you could kind of you could be able to pursue things that you're really passionate about, or invest your time into things that you want to do. And so, I definitely want to put myself in that kind of position, and but you have to work towards that, right? You got to have a goal. Maybe you got to have an outline, a vision, and plan your way to achieving that goal. There's personal success, financial success. Yeah. I mean, success could just be, being a good father, having a healthy family, having a loving family. Success is, so Richard says, success is getting the desired outcome. Maybe a silver medalist feels like he's a failure. But if if we talk about that silver medalist, like in the Olympics, I don't know, wrestling, he would have even got a silver medal if he didn't have the thought of trying to achieve that gold and spending all those years on the mats, wrestling and bleeding and sweating and dealing with injury. And so, like, you would even be a silver medalist to many people is still a great achievement. I mean, just to be on the Olympic team, you're like the best in your nation, and that's something to say, man. That's something to be proud of. So I think, it's good to have a balance where you can still be appreciative of what you achieved, but you can still have that burning desire where, hey, I didn't get a gold medal, but I could channel that, I guess, pain or that coming up short, that feeling of shortcoming, and pursue other things in life. That could motivate you. You could use that as a motivating factor. And so we got U-Wave in here. I think a retired streamer. Another great dude, Cali dude, who's been a guest on our podcast. Things have been well, man. I hope all is well with you, U-Wave. I appreciate you being here. Yes, most people don't even know what it means to get out there. 100%. And so FC College says success is not always about money and big rewards. And he wishes us a good day. Thank you. Take care. Take care, FC College. Much love to you. But, man, yeah, this is a very good conversation. Very great topic to talk about. Trying to make money. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. And it's been the same for me, U-Wave, where I've been focused on making money as well, concentrating on my work. And with that, I had to sacrifice the streaming as well. But I really do appreciate you guys all being here on the final episode. It really means a lot that you guys are all here. U-Wave, Deadpool, we got Richard, a couple people have stopped by too and show some love. So I really do appreciate the love and support. You guys are really incredible people that have just supported me throughout the years. And so Richard asked, was Ronaldo a failure? Are we talking about, which Ronaldo are we talking about? Are we talking about Cristiano Ronaldo? No, U-Wave, this will be the last episode for good on the FIFA KOBALLA podcast. But no worries. Don't be too upset, because I will do podcast episodes on my KOBALLA channel. So maybe we'll have you on at some point, UAVE, once again, and we'll catch up. So Ronaldo, are we talking about CR7? Is he a failure? I don't think so, man. He's like, what is he? He's still regarded as one of the GOATs. He's achieved other, other tournament wins, Champions League. The only thing he didn't get is the World Cup. I mean, geez, that's like the one thing he didn't get. And just because he didn't get that one thing, he's a failure now. I mean, so many people would see him as a success, right? Based on the amount of money he has, the achievements that he made in football. He's regarded as one of the greatest players of his generation. So how can you say that he's a failure just because he didn't win the World Cup? I mean, don't get me wrong. I was actually rooting for him. I wanted CR7 to get a World Cup. I wanted him and Messi to square off. And he might have one more chance on the next World Cup, although he is very old. Oh my gosh. And Richard throws a dig at CR7. Yeah. I don't even know if I should repeat that. We'll keep it PG. We got AB in here. What's up, AB? How we doing? Hey, Hoodies 11. He'll be 41 in the next World Cup. Jeez. Hoodies, how you been, man? Appreciate you being here. Been so busy. I bet, man. I know UAV is hustling, man. UAV has been telling me about his side hustle and his work. And so, little bit. You have been. I haven't talked to you in a while, UAV, so I don't know what exactly. Yes, please show me. Show me on the Discord. I'll even go in your Discord and ask, UAV. And Richard is trying to set me up for a joke. He said CD. I wonder what's next after that. But hope you guys all been well. I really appreciate you guys just tuning in and just showing some love. It is the final episode here, so just I guess just trying to sandbag, just trying to linger here and just chop it up, just hang out for the last maybe 15 minutes. I'll probably go on for 15 more minutes. I'll probably stream after this. I will stream on a Monday on Twitch, so I'll play some FIFA tonight if you guys still want to hang out after this. So the streaming hasn't ended yet, but the FIFA KOBALLA podcast, unfortunately, will come to an end. It's the final send-off. So it's not like this channel, I'll stop posting like shorts or FIFA content, but definitely the podcast. This is the last one, unfortunately. I guess a good question to ask is, this is December 2023. What are some things as the year has come to an end? Like, how has 2023 been for you guys? That's like the one simple thing that you could be thankful for, is just being alive. I'm glad to be alive too, and so I just every year, every breath of air that I breathe, I'm grateful for. I really am, honestly. I'm glad to be alive. It's not every day that you feel this way, but especially times like this where I'm chatting with people that I know for a while, like just to hang out. Like, this is definitely something that I'm grateful for. Thank you. I appreciate that, UAV. UAV is saying, like, my videos have been doing okay. I think my shorts have been doing okay. My shorts have been not that bad. I've been posting sort of consistently. Like, I try to post a couple times a week, maybe once or twice a week. And yeah, there have been improvement. Maybe not the improvement that I desire, but yeah, actually there have been. life is about pressing forward. It really is. Especially, if you're dealing with a lot of adversity in life. And so, UA said it's been a bit rough. Money's been a little bit tight. Yeah, I feel that, man. Money's like, fortunately, like, life does revolve. We do need money. It's not everything, but you kind of need it, though, right? You kind of need it to live. And so, lot of the time that we spend here on Earth is all about making money. Like, we have to spend our time trying to find ways to make money just so we could live. So that's why, we work to a point. We try to work in a way where maybe, like, you could have some financial freedom. Like, you could have your money make money for you, so you could spend your time doing things that you really want to do. And I know it's possible to get to that point, and there's different ways to go about it, but it's definitely possible. And so that's why we work hard, right? How many kids does Ronaldo have? I have no idea. 2023 had a lot of loss. Definitely improve yourself a lot. Thought about the important stuff in life. Anxiety problems are slowly getting better. That's good, man. I'm glad to hear, things are getting better for you, Deadpool, and just encourage you to keep on going, man. 2024 is a new year, and so it's a fresh start. You could start off with some resolutions. And so, um, Richard says as a man you make 200 a month. If you're a woman, you make 20,000 a month on OnlyFans. Said OF. And so there's truth to that. 2023 for the most part has been pretty good for me too. I set out a couple resolutions that I actually committed to and fulfilled. I said I would do like a lot of these month challenges where I'll do something that would kind of push myself, and I've honored those commitments. And I said I there's a couple other goals too, more personal, that I set out to do, and I've done pretty well for the most part. I wasn't perfect at it, but my main theme really for 2023 was just to be better, just to better myself. And financially, I pretty much hit the goal where I wanted to be. I've saved a lot of money, so on that end, that's been good. Challenging myself through these 30-day challenges, that's been good too. I've achieved that. So, like, a lot of the things that I set out to do this year, I've actually accomplished, and I could really pat myself on the back for achieving these things. And so, as I reflect on it, I realize, like, oh man, like I did get a lot of things done, and that's something I could really be proud of, and that could carry me forward onto the next year and set new goals for myself. And so yes, I agree. UAV says definitely new year is another opportunity. And so, for UAV and for those of you, Deadpool, Rich, whatever, I do hope that you guys set some tangible goals for yourself and that you achieve them, that you commit to it. As long as you commit to something and you work hard at it and you don't give up, you could achieve a lot of things. I really do. And it doesn't have to be like huge, lofty goals that you set for yourself or things that are like so far out there, but it could be more feasible goals, like smaller goals that you could set for yourself that when it's like a step towards the direction that you want to go. Whether it's like completing a course, completing the semester with grades that you're satisfied with, or making this amount of money, saving this much every month. And so Rich says men don't make any money. Well, I don't know about that, but you could definitely make money. You could definitely have practices or habits where you don't spend as much money and you use that money to save and make the right investments. And so, yeah, you could definitely be responsible with your money, be financially savvy. Only on OnlyFans, they don't make money. Like there are some bigger names that are males that don't necessarily put up explicit content, but they do have a following on OnlyFans, and I think they do pretty well. They make a little bit of money. Yeah, so women do make all the money on OnlyFans or a lot of other sites putting up explicit content, which I personally I don't go on OnlyFans, and I'm not a big fan of explicit content. So I've definitely stay away from that. I don't find it beneficial. And if you spend money like donating to these people, like I it's like a waste of money, to be honest. I'd rather spend it on myself, invest in myself, rather than spend it on like someone that I like spend it on someone that's just showing their body. Like I'm not even entertained by that, to be honest. I think quite frankly, for me personally, it's a waste of time. And so I rather invest my time doing things that are going to better myself. And so, like, cutting out those things like that has been so beneficial for me, and I've been so more productive just cutting that out of my life. You know why it turned into that? Is because Richard is that type of person that likes talking about that kind of stuff. So, and he says he wants to pursue profession in that, I guess, that industry. Yeah, whatever suits you, Rich. Whatever suits you, man. It's not a profession I'd encourage people to get into, but hey, to each their own, right? But yeah, geez, man. What is there more to say? I mean, yeah, I just want to encourage you. I really thank you guys so much. So, um, geez, if you wanna, you could definitely still keep in touch here. I mean, I'll still be on streams. We could still chat it up, and if you guys want some life advice, some lousy life advice from me, I mean, I'll be happy to give them to you. I mean, I only want to say things that will be helpful for you, can encourage you to do positive things in life, to be a better person. That's always been my model. I try to better myself. I'm not perfect in any way, but it's all about self improvement, showing some love to people. I always try to be respectful and friendly towards others, even if towards people that I don't even like. And as hard as that is, I do really try to live that out. And so, I encourage you guys to do the same. I know most of you guys here are like great people, lovely people that have always shown me a lot of love. And I love to do that in return. I love to pay it forward to other people. And so that's always been my motto, man. And I try to live it out. I'm not great at it, but I gotta at least try, right? You gotta at least try to be a good person. Jeez. Otherwise, I'd just be a terrible person. I'd be a wicked man, which I don't want to be, you know. And so I think that wraps it up, man. At least I leave with a positive message for you guys. And so it's been a great ride on this podcast here. We've had a lot of great guests, a lot of cool people, and Deadpool says trying is all we can do. Yes, just give it your all. I try to give it my all, even when I don't even want to get out of bed on some days. I still try to. I just put one foot over the other and keep on walking. That's so think that wraps it up. If you guys are still here and you still want the giveaway, just private message me. I'll give you $5. That's my giveaway. For those of you that are here, or if you're a content creator, I'll give you a sub or some biddies. And so, thank you guys so much for the support. This has actually been a great final episode, and I really appreciate you guys just being here and just hanging out with me for this one last time. On the plus side, though, I will continue podcasting on my other podcast, KOBALLA, on the KOBALLA podcast. It's just KOBALLA on YouTube. And so you guys could subscribe there, follow me there, and I'll put up some good content. Yeah, so if you want the $5, just message me, private message me, and I got you. Ms. Knack, I think I know who you're talking about, Rich, but we could talk about that another time. When we hang out. Yes, I got you, Deadpool. I got you, Rich. Just private message me and I'll send the money your way. But thank you guys so much. We'll close it here. The final episode. Finn. The end. This is it. It's been a good ride. But it's not the end of our content creating journey. At least for now. And so, again, thank you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate it. There will not be a next one, at least on here. This is the end. Thank you. Love you. Stay safe out there. Peace. Yes, I'll see you there, Deadpool, Rich, U-Wave, everybody that came through on the chat. If you're watching the replay, love you. Thank you. Peace. This is the final one.